shadow of death, and I fear no evil because I'm blind to it all.
Hi, what's up guys? You're watching Wayfinder. My name is Rocky, and today's topic, we're gonna be talking about big dick energy. The energy, the vibe of having big balls, as I like to call it, the pistolero energy or the gunslinger energy. You hear it all the time nowadays. Oh, that guy has big balls. Or you need to have the balls to do this. Balls for what? This is what I wanted to talk to you guys about. You know, perfection is the enemy of progress. I see a growing pandemic of mental and emotional pandemic that people are so scared of looking stupid. People are so scared of looking far from perfect. In school, for those of you who still go to school, university, when the teacher asks a question and it's super obvious what the answer is, sometimes you have it in your head, but why don't you say anything? You look around, nobody else is saying anything. Maybe there's just one or two people that are participating in class. But most don't participate because maybe they're scared of making mistakes. They're like, well, the answer cannot be that obvious, so probably I'm wrong. No, you just go with it. You just answer. If it's wrong, it's wrong. Nobody's actually gonna give you any hate. Why? Because they respect that you stood up and actually spoke, while they sat their ass down with their mouth shut. Many people, they want to look perfect. They want to look strong. They want to look like unscathed, you know. But the truth shall prevail, as I said. If, for example, you're buff and you're ripped and you look like you're intimidating, you look like you know how to do your stuff. But then when it comes to doing let's say when you're in a bar and some shit turns to shit and shit turns to bullshit, and then there's a bar fight and you're fighting against a smaller dude, then the smaller dude knocks you out cold in the ground. You're like, people will look at you, fuck, this guy looked scary, but then he's not much, you know. He was knocked out by a smaller dude. It's like me when I was when I was younger. I was like 11, 12, and I was varsity in Taekwondo. I joined the competition as a yellow belt. This is one thing, you know, appearance versus the real capability. I was there as a yellow belt, and this is the video. And I was fighting, the bastards, they put me against like dudes who were a belt or two higher than me. And in this video, you see, this is the only video that I have. I was already kind of exhausted because they put me against round after another round, another person, and I won another person, another person. So I was already exhausted by this point. This was like the last person that I was fighting. I lost against this guy, but I still gave it a good fight. And in the end, I got second place over those who were a belt higher than me. So even if you walk around like, oh cool, you know, I have a belt like this, I have a better belt than you, the truth shall prevail when the real time comes, when the life really does happen. Remember, to become a hero, you gotta start from zero. A pro was once a noob or newbie, didn't know jack shit as well. When I do try stuff, I do not pretend I'm a pro at it. I go about it like I'm a newbie. I give myself that slack. So when people do laugh, I laugh with them. I laugh and well, yeah, I know I'm kind of stupid, but I'm learning. It's just like a baby. A baby who's scared of looking stupid, if he had the ego to be scared of looking stupid and is crawling on all four legs, he's not going to attempt to stand up on his two legs. He's going to think, oh shit, you know, my parents will laugh at me if I try because I'm wobbly here, wobbly there. I'm never going to walk. I'm not going to even try to walk. Or if he does try to walk, if he does eventually walk, it's going to take him much longer because he's embarrassed. He's only going to start walking when nobody's looking. But if he does not even have that ego, he just starts walking. He just follows what people are doing. And, you know, people do not laugh at the kid. Maybe they laugh with the kid. But does the baby register that they're making fun of him? No. He does not have the ego yet. And sometimes it's also about how old you are, your age, you know. If you're 20, 30, 40, you know, no matter what the age, if you're starting out in something from zero, you have to accept that you're really a plain newbie. And you have to make mistakes. You will make mistakes. I keep telling myself, if you never try, you're only getting by. You're sitting your ass down watching other people reach for the sky. If you never try, you're only getting by. You're sitting your ass down watching other people reach for the sky. I'm not gonna be a spectator in my life. You're not gonna be a spectator in your life. We're action takers. And to take action, you're gonna fail, you're gonna learn. That's where, like, you know, battle scars are gained. Scars are gained because you kind of like slipped a bit, or you managed to, like back in the day when you're warriors, the person slashes you and you get cut on your face, you get cut on your chest. It's because you were not prepared kind of for it. You didn't train maybe enough, or you were exhausted or whatever, so you got scarred. But these scars tell a story. And these scars, that was back then. Today, maybe we don't usually have physical scars, but we do have mental scars, we do have emotional scars, and scars look cool. Girls will say, oh, the guy with a scar is interesting because he looks like he lived life, he looks like he lived an interesting life. People nowadays, you know, if you're so scared of making mistakes, when is the opportunity you're gonna get scarred and look cooler and have an interesting story? When I came here to Portugal, I didn't know jack shit about Portuguese. I didn't know the language. Did that stop me? No, I learned. I looked stupid in front of other people. Before I left home to come to Portugal, my grandfather, he told me, don't be shy of practicing the language. Don't be shy of speaking the language. Even if you make mistakes, mistakes are what you learn from to improve. If you never make mistakes, you're never gonna learn, you're never gonna improve. You know, I still remember like yesterday that I was giving a briefing. I was a supervisor and I was giving a briefing about an event, telling them, okay, from this time to this time, you will like carry this tray, it's gonna be the cocktail, and from this time to this time the dinner will start, so you will have to go upstairs, prepare the room in advance, so while the guests come up, the room is already prepared, the tables already have lights on them, everything is ready, they have the bread on the table. And I did that all in Portuguese. All in Portuguese within the first 5-6 months of me being in the country. I made mistakes. I saw people like the people that were working kind of snickering. I snickered as well. Did that stop me? No, because I went out on a limb to learn the language, to be like the locals, to speak to them in their own comfort zone. They respected me more, and they understood why this guy, who's 21 years old, is leading this whole banquet, is leading this whole event by himself. Back in 2017, 2018, we went on a vacation and I got this camera that you're viewing me from, this camera. And during this vacation I was videoing and I started liking videography. And I started to make videos of places and videos of a little boutique hotel, videos of a restaurant. And I said, like, you know, this could be a potential side hustle. But did I think that, but I'm a noob, I'm a zero, I look at the other pros, they're better than me. No, I just said like, okay, I want to do this, so I'm gonna do this. Big dick energy, commitment, determination. And then by the end of that month, when I told myself I want to do videography, I looked on Facebook for events that were happening within a 5-kilometer radius of where I was, and I realized that there was this entrepreneurial event. So what did I do? I messaged them on Facebook and I told them I want to do videography for you to increase my portfolio and I'm gonna do it for free. They reached out and told me, yes, you can definitely do a video. We'd be grateful if you do a video. So I met up with them. I met up with the marketing director. We had a chat and I went with a suit. I made sure that I looked good. I made sure that I looked presentable and capable. So they got me for the job. We're all within the same month. I told myself like, ooh, this is a nice hobby. I might want to consider this as a side hustle. No time was lost. I looked around. Within that month, I got this gig. Many people, they're like, oh, I want to start something. And then they dream and then they think like, I want to start, I want to start this, your life is going to be a instead of just going for it, going for the things that you want. You want something, your brain gave that to you, the universe gave you that thought. And if you do not act on that thought, the universe is going to say like, it's going to give you a bit more chance, giving you new thoughts, giving you the same thought. And if you do not give that thought a chance, and the universe looks at you, it's like, well, I'm sorry, but I gave you so many trials, I gave you so many chances, you don't give, you turn your back on me, I'm going to turn my back on you. So as I always say, there are 3 constants in life. There's death, there's change, and taxes. Now people wonder, you guys might be wondering, oh, but isn't this video about like making mistakes? or being ready to make mistakes, where's the mistakes there? I thought mistakes are constant. Yeah, mistakes are constant. Yes, where's mistake? Mistakes are in death. Death, change, and taxes. Mistakes are included in death. You're wondering how? I tell you, 2 types of death. The first death is the death of the ego. The death of your bitch voice. That you made the mistake, but you're prepared to make this mistake, thereby you kill your ego and you kill your bitch voice. But if you do not make the mistake, and you're not prepared to make the mistake, you still made a mistake by default. Because it leads to the death of your dreams, the death of your desires, and the death of the things that you told yourself you're gonna do. So you can either make the mistake and kill your ego, or by avoiding the mistake, you still made the mistake by default, and you kill your dreams and your desires. So in the end of the day, the choice is yours. Don't let perfection hurt your progress, my friends. That's it for today.